So apparently a stripy shirt and a cardigan is now my YouTube uniform. Hello, my name's Chloe, welcome back to my channel. I was a little bit stuck on what I was actually going to do next. I'd done my booktube newbie tag and I wasn't really sure where to go. But then lo and behold, this morning, look what should arrive through my door. It's my Illumicrate box, which, yeah, this is normally in a yellow box, but there is a cardboard shortage in the UK. So this is what it now looks like, but we've got lovely Illumicrate tape. And yes, I have already opened this. But I thought I'd still share the contents with you guys on here. I am impatient, so I couldn't really wait. But I thought I'd still show you guys what was in it. And also it means that I've took all the packaging off of things, which makes my life a lot easier. So first things first, I'm going to look at the theme for the month, which is Fighting Spirit. Now, before I opened this box, I didn't actually remember what any of the fandoms were. All I knew is that I actually hadn't read most of them. I was a bit scared about whether or not I'd actually want to keep all these things. But from what I've seen, even though I haven't read a lot of the fandoms, the items themselves are great, so I will actually be able to use them, which is what I like. With subscription boxes, you know that you're not always going to like everything that's in it, or you're going to like the item but not the fandom. And if it's like that, if the item's still good but the fandom's not something I enjoy, I'm still happy with it. I mean, there's so many things on my shelves that aren't from fandoms that I have actually read, but they look pretty, so I keep them there. So let's start with the item that's probably the most anticipated in Illumicrate boxes. It's a Rosie Phones mug. Actually, for anyone that doesn't know, Illumicrate is a monthly subscription company based here in the UK. In each one you get a book and then you get some bookish goodies as well. And in that they do sort of collections of things. So repeated items, and it's just a different fandom every time. One of the artists they work with is Rosie Phones and she does a series of mugs. I have another one already, which is the David one, which yes, is a series I have not read yet. And this one is from a series I also haven't read. And I don't actually plan on reading it. But again, can we appreciate how beautiful this is? So this is, I'm going to double check this because I don't want to say the wrong series because there's so many of them. It is from the Dark Artificers series by Cassandra Clare. Now I think, correct me if I'm wrong, the Dark Artificers series is the like Lady Midnight ones, maybe? As you can tell, not a Shadowhunters fan. I've read The Mortal Instruments, I've read all of them. Just didn't like them, and I know that lots of people say that her writing gets better as it goes along. I know a lot of people's favourites is the Infernal Devices, but I didn't get on with it. I gave it a good enough go. I tried 6 books, not for me. But again, this is absolutely stunning, so this will probably still be kept on my shelf. I can't tell you who either of these characters are. So next in the box is this beautiful thing. So this is a wooden bookmark. This is inspired by Kingdom of the Wicked, which is actually another book that I didn't really enjoy. It came out last year and then gave it a try and just didn't really connect with it too much. I know a lot of people love it, but I mean, I can't even remember what I didn't like about it. So that's probably giving you an idea of how memorable it was for me. But this is gorgeous, and this doesn't really scream, this is Kingdom of the Wicked to me. It could be any fandom, which is what I quite like in subscription boxes. If you like the fandom, great. If you don't, you can still use it. And this was designed by Stacey McAvoy-Caunt. She used to be called Fable and Black, I believe. She does all of the pins that we'll see later on in the box. Illumicrate does a pin every month that's inspired by the book in that box. And I really love her art style. I actually have a wooden ornament, like a Christmas tree ornament, but I have it in my room all year round by this same artist. So this is really pretty and I will use this. I am that person who chooses a bookmark that fits the book, so if I'm reading some like fun fantasy, this is going in there. Item number 3 is this tote bag, which again, I have not read the book for. I did warn you. So this is the Winter Night series, Chronicles, what's it called? It just says Winter Night. Winter Night, I could be wrong, but I think Winter Night is Bear and the Nightingale, Catherine Arden. I do actually own that one. I will read it. I will get there eventually. This is inspired by Winter Night. I don't know who the characters are. I don't know anything about this, but I know it looks pretty. And I am a sucker for a pretty tote bag. And also it's purple, which I love purple. And it feels really good quality as well. That's one of the things I like with Illumicrate. Their stuff always feels good quality. So next we have this, which is a necklace. It's called the Heart Glass necklace, which is apparently inspired by the Bone Witch, which again, not read. Can't even tell you the author of that one. But it's still a beautiful necklace. I mean, I'll wear this. This is pretty. It's basically like a rib cage, which does not sound pretty. I mean, a little bit creepy, but here for it. And then the last item before I get to the book and also the pin in the box is this, which is a pin hoop. So speaking of pins, these are really good for if you collect sort of enamel pins. You can stick them onto here and have them on display. And it's basically like an embroidery hoop, but it's already got a pattern on it. I normally have sort of pin banners. I have a couple hung up over there. Actually, they are near enough full, so this will be really helpful. This one is inspired by The Court of Miracles, which is a book that I have read. If this angle just changed, it's because I dropped something while trying to get a book. And then I dropped the phone that I am currently recording this on. So we'll just ignore that and pretend it didn't happen. This is inspired by The Court of Miracles, which was in an Illumicrate last year. I wasn't subscribed to Illumicrate at that point, but I did buy the book because, I mean, this is beautiful. I bought the Waterstones version, which had the blue sprayed edges. And then it has this. This is the undercover embossing, which is gorgeous, and that's what this is inspired by. As you can see, it says take what you will, and this book was sort of like a fantasy Les Mis, which, yes, Les Mis is my favorite musical, so I was definitely going to buy that one. But also, again, sort of the thing with Illumicrate, like this, even if you've not read the book, it's still just a really pretty design. It's designed by someone called Vicky, whose username is Forensics and Flowers. I'm gonna put this on my wall. I'm gonna fill it with pins probably quite quickly. The last things in the box is the book and also the pin that is inspired by the book. So as I said before, there are pins every single month, and this one is, it's like, well, the thing is I get them every month and I never really know what they mean until I've read the book. But this one is, it's kind of like a little archway, like a door. It's got writing on there which says she could choose what she fought for. Don't know what that means, but I'm excited to find out, and it's really pretty, and I'm gonna add it to my pin hoop. And then the book for this month is actually one that I'm very excited for. Can't tell you a synopsis of it. I don't tend to go into books knowing too much of what they're about, but what I do know is that I keep hearing people talk about this. So this is The Unbroken by C.L. Clarke, and look at those red sprayed edges. Illumicrate always does sort of special editions of things. They do sprayed edges. They also do hidden under the cover designs, which says every empire demands revolution. And also they are generally hand signed, but sometimes they are bookplate. This one isn't. This one is hand signed. There we go. And I'll read you the synopsis just so you can get an idea of what this is. Trained as a soldier, stolen as a child and raised to kill and die for the Empire, she owes loyalty only to her fellow conscripts. But now she has been sent back to her homeland to stop a rebellion, and the ties of blood may be stronger than she thought. Luca needs a turncoat, someone who can sway the rebels towards peace while Luca focuses on what really matters, winning back her throne. Through assassinations and massacres in bedrooms and war rooms, Terrain and Luca will haggle over the price of a nation, but some things aren't for sale. That sounds intriguing. Again, don't know anything more than that. I believe this book has disability rep, because I remember on a Illumicrate live stream, Caitlin, who works for Illumicrate, mentioned, I think it was this one, that had disability rep, so that's really good to see. I'm always for sort of reading more sort of wider range of experiences in books. I don't want to just read something that's like, yes, I can relate to that. I want to see what other people feel like. If you're reading to get sort of lost in a world, why not read from various different perspectives? The world's got many perspectives in there, so let's all read as diverse as possible, and I'm going to stop preaching about that now. So that is everything in the March Illumicrate. I'll be back next month with the April one. I'm subscribed, so I'll be getting them every month, and I'll keep you guys up to date with that. Next month's theme is Dearly Departed, which the book for next month sounds really interesting. It's about blood mages, which I remember I have looked at like guesses for what it is. I can't remember what it is, but I remember it sounded good. Again, it's another one next month where the fandoms aren't my favourite. Like one of them is Gideon the Ninth, which I read last month and Ken didn't enjoy. It's sounding like I just don't like any books at the minute, but I promise I do. But then it's also got Nevernight, which I own but haven't read. This is going to be a theme as well. The Beautiful, Dread Nation, which again I own but haven't read. I think that might be in the stack of books that's holding the camera up right now. But either way, even if I've not read them, I know the Irons of Prey. They've actually just announced so this is the April theme. They announced a May theme yesterday, and that one has an Addie LaRue item in there, and Addie is one of my favourites. And I've actually got the Illumicrate Addie picture behind me, so very much excited for that one. Like, comment, subscribe, do all that good stuff. Talk to me in the comments below. Tell me about what subscription boxes you subscribe to. What's your favourite item you ever got in there? I mean, a lot of mine are on my shelf. Said a lot of the Victoria Schwab stuff. Let's have a chat, and I will see you with another video soon. Bye.